Welcome students to another session of life processes. Today I will be explaining respiration. This topic I will be explaining in two videos. In this video I will be mainly explaining the aerobic and anaerobic processes. In the next session I will be explaining on respiration of humans. Respiration is a metabolic process. It occurs in all living organisms and it occurs in the cells of organisms. During this process, glucose molecules break down and produces ATP, which is a form of energy. Any living organism, whether it is a single-celled organism or a multicellular organism, goes through respiration. There are two types of respiration, aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration is a type of respiration which takes place in presence of oxygen to produce energy. It is a continuous process and takes place within the cells of animals and plants. Anaerobic respiration is a respiration that takes place in absence of oxygen to produce energy. It occurs in lower plants and microorganisms. Here the energy produced in anaerobic respiration is less and the energy produced in the aerobic respiration is more. This respiration can also be explained in the form of equation. The equation for aerobic respiration. Here glucose, which is a 6-carbon compound, C6H12O6, will undergo oxidation and it will form carbon dioxide, water, and energy. The 6-carbon compound breaks down into 1-carbon compound, that is carbon dioxide. ATP is formed. How many numbers of ATP are formed? Here 38 ATP molecules are formed. That means large amount of energy can be liberated during this process. Anaerobic respiration. In anaerobic respiration, no oxygen is used. The 6-carbon glucose C6H12O6 can break down into a 2-carbon ethanol along with the formation of carbon dioxide and energy. The energy is formed in the form of ATP. Only 2 molecules of ATP are formed, indicating that anaerobic respiration releases less amount of energy. The respiration can take place both in prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. In prokaryotic cells, the respiration takes place only in cytoplasm, and in eukaryotic cells, it takes place in cytoplasm and in mitochondria. This process of respiration is broadly divided into 3 phases. One is glycolysis, second is formation of pyruvate, and third is oxidative carboxylation or fermentation. These 3 phases can be explained in a flow chart. The first process is called as glycolysis. Lysis means breaking down and glycose means glucose. The first process is breaking down of a glucose process, that is called as glycolysis. And because of this breaking down, a 6-carbon glucose is converted into a 3-carbon pyruvate, and formation of pyruvate is a second phase of respiration. The third phase takes place either in presence of oxygen or in absence of oxygen. If it takes place in absence of oxygen, the process is called as fermentation, and either lactic acid or ethanol is formed. Lactic acid is 3-carbon compound and ethanol is 2-carbon compound. If pyruvate undergoes further reaction in presence of oxygen, that is called as oxidative decarboxylation, then the cycle is called as Krebs cycle, and here CO2, H2O and ATPs are produced. From the process of pyruvate to the formation of ATPs, 36 ATP molecules are formed, indicating number of ATPs more. That means we can know that more energy can be released over here. The number of ATPs released over here is very less. The total number of ATPs released after the formation of lactic acid and ethanol will remain 2 only. So, but in this process, from glucose, breaking down of glucose, glycolysis, and end of the Krebs cycle, the number of ATPs released are 38. That is 36 here and 2 from here. The breakdown of glucose by various pathways can be explained by this pathway also. This is given in your textbook. There is a question also in the textbook, in the exercise regarding the same, and it has been asked many a time in the exams. So it is one of the most important question of your chapter. The same thing that has been explained in a flow chart can be written in an equation. The glucose, that is a 6-carbon molecule, in presence in the cytoplasm, will break down to form a 3-carbon molecule, that is a pyruvate plus energy. Energy means ATP. How many ATPs were released? We knew it. We just studied back. There are 2 ATPs. Now, this pyruvate, in presence of oxygen, the process will take place in the mitochondria, and carbon dioxide, water, and energy. Energy means ATP. How many? 36 we had studied just now are formed. Now, here in lack, the pyruvate, in lack of oxygen in our muscle cells will form lactic acid, that is a 3-carbon compound plus energy. And this pyruvate, again in absence of oxygen, will further break down into ethanol and carbon dioxide and energy. Ethanol is a 2-carbon compound. The above 2 processes are fermentation processes, and the below process is an aerobic processes. You can either write this answer in the form of a chart like this, or you can write all these equations separately. The first equation can be glucose to pyruvate in presence of oxygen in mitochondria will give rise to CO2 plus water plus energy. The second equation is glucose in cytoplasm will give pyruvate plus energy. In our muscle cell, lack of oxygen will give lactic acid plus energy. And the third equation can be again glucose, a 6-carbon compound in cytoplasm, will give pyruvate, a 3-carbon molecule plus energy. In absence of oxygen in yeast will give rise to ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus energy. The difference between the aerobic respiration and the anaerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration, oxygen is used. In anaerobic respiration, no oxygen is used. Gases exchanges during the process of respiration. Gases are not exchanged in the process of respiration. This respiration can be found in both cytoplasm and mitochondria. The anaerobic respiration is found only in the cytoplasm. The glucose breaks down into carbon dioxide, water, and energy, and large amount of energy, which is in the form of ATP, is released. The glucose breaks down into ethyl alcohol, carbon dioxide, and energy, or lactic acid, and less amount of energy is released. All higher organisms, such as mammals and higher, I've missed the plants, you can write down, higher plants have this type of respiration. The lower organisms, such as the bacteria and yeast, uses this type of respiration. Some of the frequently asked questions. What is ATP? You should be knowing the full form of ATP. A means adenosine, T means tri, P means phosphate. Triphosphate means 3 phosphates are attached with adenosine. Adenosine means one ribose sugar along attached with adenine. So what are molecules present in the ATP? In ATP, it is made up of a phosphate group, 3 phosphate group, one is adenine and one is a sugar ribose. How is ATP generated? ATP is formed from ADP. ADP means diphosphate. Di means 2-phosphate. So 2 phosphates and a phosphate phosphate attaches with ADP and will give rise to 3 phosphate molecules, that is ATP. This is an endothermic reaction. What is fermentation? Fermentation is an anaerobic pathway and it takes place in absence of oxygen. It is useful in producing alcoholic beverages, yogurt, and other food products. And why do we need energy? Energy work as fuel for our body. We eat food and from that we can get energy for doing various metabolic activities which includes growth and development, repair, etc. What is glycolysis? Lysis means breaking down. Glyco means glucose. So breaking down of glucose. So glucose is a 6-carbon compound and it is oxidized to a simpler organic compound, that is a pyruvate. Pyruvate is a 3-carbon compound. It is C3H3O3. And this reaction occurs in the cytosol, means cytoplasm of a cell. What is cellular respiration? I think we have done this many times before in my previous video sessions also. So you should know that cellular respiration means oxidation of the nutrients that takes place in the cell. And during this, what is formed? Nutrients are converted into ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. The cellular respiration can be either aerobic or anaerobic. Some extra knowledge. Today I will be talking about hyphae in a mushroom. Mushroom is a fungus. Hyphae is a thread-like chains of cells. And these thread-like chains of cells forms the body and the mycelium. This is the mycelium that is found below under the ground, and this is the fruiting body that is found above the ground. Ground means this is a saprophyte, so it does not grow in the soil. It will grow on dead things like the twigs, dried leaves, etc. So mycelium, underground network of hyphae that have grouped together and they produce a fruiting body, which is a reproductive structure of a fungus, and it grows above the ground. Thank you and see you in the next session.